Hey guys, so we're going to do a brow wax first on Shannon using the new wax that Jasmine is going to talk to you about tomorrow. So first thing you're going to do obviously is to sanitize your hands. So I'm sanitizing my hands. And my client has been outside getting a little sweaty, so we're going to prep the brow using our pre-cleanser. Brand new bottle, so it's not wanting to come out. What the heck? Pause, babe. Okay, so we're going to prep the eyebrow with the pre-cleanse, just kind of going to cleanse the area that we're going to wax, making sure that it's free of all dirt, oil, and makeup before we wax. That way the wax adheres to the skin better, or to the hair rather. And then just kind of dry it off with your dry end. All right, now we're going to go ahead and apply. It doesn't matter if you do the top or the bottom or the middle, it doesn't matter where you start. Remember to always let your stick do the sliding, the gliding for you. You don't need that much wax. You see how much I have on here? It's very little, okay? You're going to start, and the edge of your stick is doing the gliding. You're not going to press it down because that is uncomfortable for your client. You're going to let the edge of the stick do the thinning out of the wax for you. Okay? Toss that in the trash. Then you'll grab you a wax strip, and you're going to apply it. You don't have to go over it several times, just once or twice, okay? Make sure it's stuck on there. It's like super glue, right? And then you're going to hold the skin tight. So I'm holding really tight over here. I'm holding it taut, and then I'm going to pull. So I applied in the direction of hair growth, and now I'm going to pull against the hair growth. Okay? And then off comes the little hairs. See? You can apply a little pressure afterwards. That's going to just kind of take away that little stinging from your client. Okay, and then I always just take a nice little dry strip, my next one that I'm going to use on the bottom, just clean up any excess wax. Grab you another stick, and then we're going to do the bottom. Now when I do the bottom, if they're really fuzzy, really hairy, then I'm going to go ahead and brush the eyebrow hair up so that I have a clear view of my line that I'm going to wax. I'm going to hold the skin up nice and taut. Some people have really loose skin underneath their eyebrow, and you don't want to A, wax where you don't want to wax, and then B, if you don't hold the skin nice and taut, it can get down here on this loose, sensitive skin, and that's what's going to cause the client to either A, bruise, or their skin to lift. Okay, so I'm going to go right along my line. I know it's a little scary when you guys are first starting this, but make sure that you get all the way up. See how I'm all the way up to the brow line. And then same thing, I'm going to apply my strip. Press down for a second. I'm going to hold the skin nice and taut, and then I'm going to pull against the hair growth. Okay, apply a little pressure. Clean up any excess wax. Applying a little pressure afterwards helps take that little sting away. Okay, and now as you can see, we have a really nice, clean eyebrow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the middle section now for you. So we go ahead and apply a little wax to the middle. So far, I like this wax. It's more of a cream wax versus the satin smooth one that you guys are probably used to, like the honey wax. This is more of a cream-based wax. but it does have a really nice texture. It's a lot smoother than a lot of cream waxes that I've used before. So far I am happy with it. Pull. So again, I applied, his hair growth was coming up, so I applied up and then I pull down because I'm pulling against the hair growth, okay? Take your little dry spot of your strip, clean up any excess, I can't say that today, wax that's on the skin, okay? Nice and smooth middle. And then we're gonna come over and do the same exact thing to the other side. And I'll go ahead and pause this video and I will show you trimming of the eyebrows when we come back. Okay, so now that I have cleaned up the other side of the eyebrows well, then you're always going to do a cleanup of the hairs afterwards. So always double check your eyebrows. Make sure that you didn't leave any strays behind. A lot of times you're going to leave a couple. And then always ask the client if they want a trim. Never just assume that they don't. That is one thing that's going to definitely set you apart in the wax game as far as brows go with clients, because most people do not take the time to trim people's brows, and trust me, they appreciate it, and B, it should be part of the service. It is part of the service. So never get in your head that it's not. Trimming of the eyebrows is always included with any brow wax, especially at EDBA. So you can brush down, get any strays that are coming down. Kind of goes off of, you know, which direction their hair is growing mostly. If it's mostly going down, then I'll brush down, pick up the strays that way, or all the long hairs that way. And then you can see the ones that are coming more upwards, then I'm going to brush up and trim across that way. Okay, then you can just use your little wand to dust off any extra little hairs that came off. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers and I'm going to clean up any strays. When you guys are tweezing, this is part of your state board. You have to do the exact same thing. You have to hold the skin taut when you're going to tweeze. You're going to have your little 2x2 or 4x4, which I just threw away, so pretend that's what this is. You're going to hold your skin tight, tweeze, put on your little 2x2, holding skin tight. You're going to tweeze very quickly, guys. You're not going to sit there and pull that hair really slow, otherwise that really hurts the client. So when you're tweezing, you want to make sure you have a grip on that hair, and then just pull at about a 45-degree angle. You're not pulling straight up by any means, because that's going to break off the hair. You're going at an angle and just pulling that hair out. That's also going to help get it from the root versus just breaking it off at the surface of the skin. Now, I'm a perfectionist with my brows, so I always make sure I get every tiny little hair that's not where it's supposed to be. And that's why I have a very large brow wax clientele. Shannon does not love the tweezing part, but he's being a good sport. Alright, so we're going to get all these little hairs. Guys, and even some ladies will get some hairs way down here. Go ahead and just clean those up. They're little kind of fine vellus hairs. Clean those up for them as well. Okay, again, that's something that's going to set you completely apart from everybody else. Nobody else is going to care about these little hairs down here, but your client's going to care. They're going to look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, they got every single little hair. That was the best brow wax I've ever had. And they're going to keep coming back to you. Okay. So that's how you do a nice good brow wax with the cream wax. Again, this is the new wax that Jasmine is going to talk to us about tomorrow. I will try to do a demo a little bit later with hard wax on the face. I've got a couple more hopefully willing participants here at the house to let me sample some different waxes for you guys tonight, so you can see some different wax products along with different techniques. All right, there's our first video for tonight. Thank you guys.